And na drama so our parliament. Now after drama ni no NDC amanyoko no sisi a omo ene majority in parliament. And na NPP amanyoko no akoye minority in parliament. Eno ama John Domani Mahama wababa kasa ewo nsem ne ho atoto abo aba park ne so. Na eno a eye honorable Afenyo Markins eye majority leader, the then majority leader. Oni eye speaker of parliament Bagbin enra omo attackation na course no na anwo de pa se de omusi preso ewo honom no in fact anwo de na ensem we ne krampo hyase free he na ensem we hyase ebra eye NDC abanoku no omo de koto parliament ne mi se eye seat bi wo honom a we see declare seat no eye vacant na no na om kobobo eye enkofo eye enan bidin ewo honom se ye declare sa enkofo we almost seat vacant. Now, almost in Chemu at the buyer. Now, almost a declare almost seat vacant. No, Peter Yao Kwache Aka, a Memphis Central MP. Or no, NPP ni. Ena Andrews, Esiama Amwakon, Formina MP. Or no, see NPP ni. Cynthia Mame Morrison, Agona West, or no, so NPP ni. Ena Kojo Asante Suhum MP, or no, NDC ni. Now, Ofa omunyina de na ukọ Peter de ne so Peter o NPP ni ukọ independent and ukọ Andrew Sesiama eba parliament as an independent candidate but Sesiano NPP for call prime minister na we ne enti wo call on the ticket of NPP enti say wonye independent candidate biem eho ene de asem no enyina aba and eno na Cynthia Morrison ono so NPP sitting MP and wo call as independent and Kwadwo Asante ono so sum MP no ono so NDC sitting MP and wo call as independent na de NDC for edigina so kasa asem we na no in 2020 November Andrew Asiama Formina MP no NPP ni and decided say call as independent NPP for at the ensem no eba parliament ema ye vacate the seat no e ka say what kase or person call independent no kwa de onye NPP ni bi nti onfa akunya no nto o de akunya no eto ho ema o mkoto aba eti eno so na NDC amanyekuo no ejina na the same thing na omoye in 2020 no omonso are replicated the same thing in a year 2024 going into elections. Etiano and a ma NDC for omodi omonsem edibetuja. Na yenti ensema minority leader, the then minority leader atoforcing edituja.
Amwakon Esiama, the current independent member for Formina constituency in the Ashanti region, has filed with the Electoral Commission to contest also as an NPP candidate. The Honorable Cynthia Mame Morrison, the current member of parliament for Agona West constituency in the Central region, has filed with the Electoral Commission to contest as an independent candidate. The Speaker, the Honorable Kojo Asante, the current NPP member for Suhum constituency in the Eastern region, has also filed with the Electoral Commission to contest as an independent candidate. So, Speaker, a similar matter involving Honorable Andrew Amwakon Esiama was referred to this House by the New Patriotic Party, the NPP, in November 2020. The NPP argued that by his decision to contest as an independent candidate whilst he was a sitting NPP member of Parliament, the Honorable Esiama had vacated his seat in accordance with Article 97(1)(g) of the Constitution. The then Speaker of Parliament, Right Honorable Michael Quay, upheld the NPP's position and took an action to enforce Article 97(1)(g) of the Constitution and ruled that the NPP Member of Parliament for Formina Den had vacated his seat by his decision and conduct and hence ceased to be a sitting member of Parliament. Mr. Speaker, this ruling was not contested and has still not been contested and remained good and valid as a rule of this House. Right Honorable Speaker, we therefore call on you to enforce the existing ruling of this House based on Article 97(1)(g) and (h). That decision, Mr. Speaker, applies to all 4 ex-members of Parliament, namely Honorable Peter Kwachiaka, Honorable Andrew Amwakon Esiama, Honorable Cynthia Mame Morrison, and Honorable Kojo Asante. Mr. Speaker, on the basis of this fact, these persons, namely Honorable Peter Kwachaka, Andrew Amwakwesiama, Honorable Cynthia Mamle Morrison, and Honorable Kodria Sante, are deemed to have vacated their seats accordingly. Right, Honorable Speaker? This means that currently we do not have an independent member of parliament. The MPP have only 135 members of parliament, having seen 2 of their members contested as an independent candidate, and the NDC has 136 members of parliament. The Speaker, having lost 1 member. Therefore, the MPP group, Mr. Speaker, cannot continue to hold themselves as the majority caucus of this House. Mr. Speaker, I so submit. Thank you.
So that is where it all started. After forcing Eko Meki the claims in the statement or Parliament say or per se Speaker declares that seat vacant. Now NDC for the more interest room because Parliament now can say acquire 138, until 138, 137. Until they say a bit free more. Let's say NDC for Omonebaba minority, Omonebaba majority. It's no more interest room because NPP no Obelusu I have 3 members. Now NDC Elusu 1 pair. It's still Omobelidi Omo 2. Let's say Omo and majority in Parliament. So Omode is some way NPP for any majority in Parliament. Honorable Afenyo markets more ebe the banking statement and by cancer be say omode asem no akoma a Supreme Court no mo twa a Supreme Court ruling, but it was very, very unfortunate say Aban smaller Bagbin eka say okwa akoda adwene ho akohe nsem nim obeba back no the ruling aba na eno na nra Aban Bagbin edin ruling at the bar or Parliament na ebra Aban Bagbin edin ruling e beba or Parliament no one eye Afenyo markets omunya just an exchange of a year and Simbi Echo so. You should answer me.
With respect, for the past 12 years, I have accorded you every respect and I'll continue to do that. Mr. Speaker, the facts you put out are not true. Mr. Speaker, these are credibility issues, so I will respond for the record. Mr. Speaker, somebody has told you something. Mr. Speaker, you reserve the right to be there to make your point. Let me make my point too. Mr. Speaker, no way. Mr. Speaker, no way. Mr. Speaker, whoever told you, Mr. Speaker, whoever told you that I threw a paper at somebody, this has to do with my credibility. I will not allow hands.
No, Honorable Member, you don't listen at all.
Mr. Speaker, I do.
I never said
Mr.
you.
Speaker, you said
I never said you threw a paper at anybody.
Mr. Speaker.
I never
Mr.
said
Speaker,
that.
that's exactly what you said. Let the answer check it. Mr. Speaker, that is what you said.
You are being carried away by your anger. You are not listening.
Mr. Speaker, I'm not angry.
Honorable Member. Honorable Member.
Mr. Speaker, I'm not angry.
I said the court process was thrown on the table in the office. I never stated it was thrown by you at any person.
Mr. Speaker, you said I allegedly said some bailiffs. Alleged bailiffs.
No.
Mr. Speaker, then clarify. Mr. Speaker, with respect,
listen to me.
Mr. Speaker, I'm listening.
Honorable Majority Leader, I don't want to proceed to make some orders. Please, resume your seat. I'm very serious about that.
Mr. Speaker.
Please, resume your seat. Honorable Member, your
and then sama honorable Afenyo markets on Abangba na omuyi Afenyo markets to no so ato na no na Afenyo markets say omodu omuntimi ntina ho ehwe speaker and declare seat no emfama and declare those 4 seats no vacant na omodu ombepie nti obo boycott ho ye na omsole pie na and speaker of parliament Abangba o declare 4 seats no vacant.
Honorable members, it is important to point out that the Speaker is called upon by the standing orders of Parliament, particularly Order 18, to inform the House of the occurrence of a vacancy of the seat of a member under Clause 1 B to E, G, and H of Article 97 of the Constitution. Accordingly, I proceed to inform the House that by the notification of the polls, the following members of Parliament have by their actions vacated their seats in Parliament. The members are Honorable Peter Yao Kwache Aka, NDC MP for Amenfi Central in the Western Region, now referred to as an independent parliamentary candidate for the same constituency. 2, Honorable Andrew Amwako Asiama, independent member for Fomna constituency in Ashanti Region, now referred to as MPP parliamentary candidate for the constituency. 3, Honorable Kojo Asante, MPP MP for Suhum in the Eastern Region, now referred to as independent candidate for the same constituency. And finally, Honorable Cynthia Mamile Morrison, MPP MP for Agona West constituency in the Central Region, now referred to as independent candidate for the same constituency. These MPs cannot be allowed by law and my good self to continue to pretend to be representing people that they don't believe in and they don't have any loyalty for in this House any longer. The House is accordingly so informed. Honorable members, I thank you for your patience and attention.
So as Speaker of Parliament, he goes to declare a seat in the vacant, you know. Now a Honorable Afenyo Markins on a NPP Amanyoko MPC no mo no PA no mo jina bonti omo so a interview. Na no na Afenyo Markins dey betu just say omo NPP Amanyoko no omo boycott a Parliament until say Supreme Court ebebem na Supreme Court ebeka say in fact the interpretation of the Constitution na any ade amopese mo ye no e right and I say wrong there. Omo no omo nyoma so mbesi Parliament biem
service of the writ to do the bidding of the NDC is so clear, but we believe in the law. We, as the majority caucus, immediately are boycotting Parliament until this matter is determined by the Supreme Court. The Speaker has no right to interpret the Constitution, and it is so clear that what he did was to give advantage to the NDC and do the bidding of the NDC. We are not going to go further to litigate. We have a process at the court. We'll follow it up. If the court makes a pronouncement, we'll respect the orders of the court, but because we believe that the issues we have raised are issues for interpretation.
So after say Afenyo Markins can in some way no na John Domani Mahama ono so onam crime patemu ho onenam nim go pram ho area mu ho ono so ye campaign na no no so tin some way no say in fact the victory of JAM is coming again e ho no sha say so autonomy no say in fact NDC ya shase edi nkunim na nkunimdie no ashase free Parliament se sia no ade na dane NDC ya baba ye majority in Parliament.
I am hearing from Parliament is true, and something historic has just happened. The report I am hearing is that the Speaker has declared 4 seats vacant. Of the 4 seats, 3 are from the MPP and 1 is from the NDC. So if those seats have been declared vacant, then it means in the life of one Parliament, the minority has turned to the majority and the majority has turned to the minority.
So to sum everything up for you, no, yenko tie KT Hammond, also the same source na osisupi. Eka say in fact ensema Afenyo Markins e de ababeto monte no eno no mugina so enya de say omo beko parliament ne akọ parliament china omo boycott parliament no until say Supreme Court e di ruling e beba e wo case we say Supreme Court e be declare eye seat no eye vacant and as won declare seat vacant there omo nyoma so be parliament bi.
Individuals have said that going into the next election, not this parliament, going into the election 20th in December and going to next parliament, 2025 parliament, they propose to be independent candidates. We think that it's absolutely nothing to do with their standing now as members of the current parliament. We think it is wrong. We filed documents in the Supreme Court for interpretation. The Speaker himself has said that these are matters which call for interpretation. Somehow he's taking the matters out himself.
So that is how it is. A year parliament and now a very, very heated. Now, in fact, in some way, across our parliament, in fact, a very, very interesting because NPP AAB 2020 no AG a former MP and do say my dinner and then this for the same thing. ADG these 4 members of parliament so dear free one. In fact, parliament a very, very interesting. Drop a comment section.